April 4th, 2021, here with your live show. Live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We were just talking about, we never miss. We're always just keep showing up. I don't think you guys realize how sick I've been on some of these shows, especially the last week or so. But so be it. No excuses, just free picks. It's kind of what we do. It's too easy to make excuses. We leave those for the other guys. No, it's a holiday for a lot of you out there. So those of you celebrating a holiday, we understand why you're not here with us. Happens. Hopefully you watch the Late Show, or even if you don't watch, come by, smash that like button. Well, I went hunting for eggs, but all I ended up with was these two guys and Romanelli spending Easter with his family. What do you think the spread is like over at Romanelli's for like Easter Sunday at Grandma's house, man? I bet it's off the
So
chain.
he's in New York for
He's
Easter?
in Florida. His whole family lives down there now.
Oh. I mean, for me, I think handicapping's hardened me because no day really feels like a holiday. Maybe Christmas Day, but other than that, every day is just the same. Get up and try to win money.
I haven't had a day off in 15 years.
Well, All-Star break in baseball, you might have a couple days.
I thought, like, what was it, 2 years ago? I was like, all right, I'm going to get a couple of days where it's going to be really slow. And it was like all these things that needed to be done. And then it was like, I forget what happened. It was something, and it was like, oh, my God, you know? Where we actually didn't get the break. A lot of times I will get a day like that. But,
what do you do over the All-Star break in baseball? This is like 2 days where there's nothing.
yeah, but I prepare for the next day. You know, it's like I have other things, you know, here. So it's like I'm not just standing. I don't just do this, and I don't just do the videos. I also run a company with 80 people working. So, I mean, like, I should do one of my conference calls on here that I have to sit through like almost every day. Like someone pitching me something, or someone wants to buy our websites or partner with us or something. It's always something, man. Always something. Every day. Every day.
We're on lockdown. We're not allowed to go for family Easter get-togethers.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd be breaking that. Give me a finger.
I changed the thumbnails on the videos.
What are they gonna do? Arrest you for going to family's house for Easter?
That's over $1,000 fine. $1,000 a plate for Easter dinner at my house.
Well, you
Anybody's welcome.
You can afford that, Rod. I just think that's ridiculous. Anyway, no bitching for me today.
Anyways, changed the thumbnails up on the videos, but I didn't think, like, because I was like just testing out different stuff, and I was like, then I realized it was Easter today, and it was like, oh man, what a lousy day to test. So I'm gonna just keep messing with the thumbnails on these videos and see what the hell happens.
Or if you use generally down on a holiday like Easter or Christmas.
Generally in the morning they're down, and then by the afternoon they're up. But Easter is always a little different than Christmas. You know, Christmas, it's like just in the very early morning things are down, and then by the afternoon everyone's, you know. If I used to work at a casino, and I can tell you that the holidays are generally some of the busiest days there. Like, well, not Easter, but Christmas, you know, is, and New Year's Day, things like that, where they're like, you know, Christmas night, Thanksgiving night, you know, times like that.
Thanksgiving.
It's like people are kind of done with it already, you know.
I used to be a party animal on Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah, me too. It was always
my younger days.
Yeah. And all the way.
Any holiday, it was like it was time to celebrate.
Yeah.
Woo!
All the last,
matter what it was.
all my last years before my last trip to the treatment center were all like that.
It's National Donut Day. Let's drink. Yeah.
Didn't take that from me. You know, it's halftime. It's Monday Night Football. Got to tailgate. All right, well, let's get into it. We got NBA today, and this is when I think the action is going to pick up on, Brian's asking if things pick up or slow. And I'd say they're usually slow in the morning on holidays. And you can see our crowd is a lot smaller than usual today. But got the Bulls and the Nets, and this line is now +2 for the Bulls. It was 1. It's now 2. You got the Lakers and the Clippers. This is where action should pick up. It's like if people aren't interested in the Lakers-Clippers game, it's going to be a dead day. And then you got the Celtics against the Hornets. All that is the pre-7 o'clock action. Brian, any of these three?
Well, YouTube Premium, I'm going to do the Nets and Bulls, but as far as the other two goes, I'm going to take the Clippers over the Lakers. Normally, I would bite on all those points, but I think the Clippers relish a chance to beat up on the Lakers without their big two guys, and I think this will be a Clipper beatdown. And then the Hornets plus the 9 points against the Celtics. Boston's not a great team at covering large spreads like this. The line tells me to take Boston Celtics, but I think my head's going to roll out and take the Hornets here plus the points.
I'll go the other way on that one. I think the Celtics here. The Hornets, they're dead to me after that ugly beatdown. I'm taking the Celtics. Celtics on a Sunday, they come to play, and they picked it up. They won their last game. I'm looking good. Give me the Celtics.
It was beat down Saturday in the NBA, that's for sure. There's no way I'm going near the Celtics. This line is like baiting you to take the Hornets, but the Celtics are so bad. They're so bad. They won last time out. Congratulations, you beat the Houston Rockets. I mean, seriously. Look at their wins. So they beat the Bucks, right? But they beat the Thunder, the Rockets, and the Magic.
It looks too easy to take the Hornets, but
Thunder, it's like anytime they've played any team with a winning record. And the Hornets, once again, quietly getting it done. 4th place in the Eastern Conference standings. They would host a playoff series. They would have the home court in the opening round playoff series if the season ended today. I like my Hornets. They're one of my teams.
I think the Bulls will get ahead of the Hornets by the end of the season, but we'll see.
The Bulls are going to pass the Hornets?
I think so.
Well,
There's a chance.
The Bulls have 19 wins, and the Hornets have 25. The Bulls have 28 losses, and the Hornets have 23. There's a month and a half left to go in the season, and they're 5.5 back. No chance. Slim just left town. It's all over. That's not going to happen.
We'll see. I don't know. You're right. It is a tall mountain to climb.
Well, plus you got to leap the Pacers, who are 3 games ahead of you there.
How about those Pacers last night? Got one right.
Better than me. You ever have days where you just feel like I always feel I've felt worn down for about the past 6 months, but you ever have since the restart? But do you ever have just a day where it's just you just feel so worn down, you're just done, and that's how I was yesterday. I was just out. I couldn't even eat dinner. I was so damn tired. That's how tired
I wish I lived next to you because I'd come over and fill in for the day and give you the day off, but I'm here in Pennsylvania, so that's not going to work out.
I'm looking for a video editor and a graphic designer. So if anyone out there does video editing or graphic design, by all means, contact me. Those are the 2 things that I really need. I want someone with experience that's really good. You guys can see I'm trying to bring this YouTube channel next level, and I just need some help. I'm going to reach out to the local university, but I'll give you guys a chance first. So I'm looking for a pro on both those ends. Anyways, that would help me tremendously. That would help me tremendously. But yeah, I like the Hornets here against the Celtics. Celtics are just garbage, man. It's like you can't live off your reputation for this long. The Celtics have that 8th spot in the East in the playoff standings, and I don't know if they make it. The Pacers are not that close, and they haven't played well enough to really track them down. But the Celtics are really going to have to turn something around here. They're terrible, man. I also like the Clippers. I just think that line at 11, the Clippers are the second team in Los Angeles, so any chance they have to show it up to the Lakers, they don't really care if they're in it or not. Got the anyways, if you're interested in film editing or video editing or graphic design work, email me, mitch@pickdogs.com. Don't leave it in the comments here or something. I'll never see it. We got the Philadelphia 76ers against the Memphis Grizzlies, the Atlanta Hawks against the Golden State Warriors. Whew. Beat down with the ugly stick. We got the Rockets against the Pelicans. The Rockets, oh my. Wow. Rockets, Warriors, all on the wrong end of beatdowns. And the Nuggets and the Magic, another team on the wrong end of a major beatdown. Yesterday was like beatdown Saturday in the NBA, right?
The Thunder got beat by 50 yesterday.
Yeah, there's been, in the last 2 days, that Warriors game against the Raptors. And then yesterday there was 3 50-pointers out there in the NBA. And I wasn't even on the wrong end of any of those. It still was miserable. Buying any of these?
Yeah, I still need to add a premium in the NBA. Not sure which one it's going to be, but I like the Memphis Grizzlies plus the points here. Sixers, I watched them play most of that game yesterday, so this is the second game of back-to-back. I think the Grizzlies can keep this one within a bucket like they did the last time they played the 76ers. And I'm tempted to take the Warriors after that beatdown that they took. Atlanta seemingly is the better team, but I think Golden State shows up here and gets the win. But I think the Grizzlies is the better of the two.
Right.
For me, Warriors and Hawks. I like the under 226.5. Both teams, their rate of scoring is definitely slowed down a lot, and the Hawks are starting to play some defense again like they have in the beginning of the year since they fired their coach. So I'm going to take the under 226.5 in that one. I'm also going to take the under 222.5 in the Pelicans and the Rockets. The Pelicans have a handful of guys that are questionable to even play. So are we going to even get enough people to play in this game to even score enough points to get over 100? Give me the under 222.5 in that one. And I'll take the Nuggets. Nuggets are going to beat up on the Magic. Magic looked awful yesterday. I don't know why they're going to bounce back today and look amazing. No, I don't think so. Give me the Nuggets. Beat down City again on that one.
I like the Rockets and the Magic in those games. I think that they do bounce back from the beatdowns. It's rare in the NBA that a team gets beaten down like that. Only the Warriors last year got beaten down like that on a regular basis. It's rare that you see a team just beaten down. I mean, the Rockets and the Magic have lost plenty this season, but they haven't been beat. Well, the Rockets have beaten down plenty. But
I believe the Magic are on the last game of a road trip, so it's get out of town day. It's a holiday. I think Rod's right with that play in that 16 there. But
I think these guys.
Everybody's on him again.
I think these guys are too young to care about that. I think the Magic have a team that's too young to care about that sort of stuff. They're too young to even think about it. It was so weird, man. They showed the interview with Oladipo. He still looks like he's 15 years old. It's like, he still looks exactly the same as when he played at Indiana. I guess it's because the guys come out when they're 17 now, So, with the one and dones. So, he looks exactly the same. It's crazy. And then, I like the Sixers against the Grizzlies. Embiid played last night. I don't know. He wasn't he didn't seem right, but he was in there. Maybe it was a chemistry thing. I'm not really sure. A lot of stupid fouls, a lot of missed plays, some turnovers in there mixed in. He was just a little rusty. I don't know how much he plays here though. this one.
Carl Anthony Towns went off in that game.
He was hitting from the parking lot.
I was sweating out the Timberwolves a little bit late, but they held on.
From the parking lot, he was hitting it. Be sure to hit the like button. Go to Brian. What are you selling today?
Oh, I got my Sunday Pure Profit 3-pack. I'm 6-0 my last 6 NBA selections. So I got my best NBA bet and 2 super strong MLB selections, including my Sunday Night Baseball Pure Gold selection. So all 3 plays for $40 at pickdogs.com premium pick section.
And for me, I've got a Sunday 5-pack. My 5 best bets of the day. I love these plays. I got 2 MLB, 2 NBA, and 1 10-star NHL play of the day. These are the perfect opportunity for us to cash in big and end the weekend strong. Jump aboard, get all 5 plays. $34.95 over at Pick Dogs Premium.
What are they?
I have 2 MLB, 2 NBA.
No, what are they?
What
are these plays? I don't know.
They're available.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying for you. I'm trying. I thought it was a pretty solid effort there.
It was.
I got 5 Major League Baseball picks, man. My Major League Baseball is off to a slow start, but I've had slow starts to seasons before, and I've really, really turned them around in a hurry. I've had fast starts to seasons like I did in college basketball, and it didn't always work out for me. So, I'm going to hammer them today. I really like my picks in baseball. I'm going to stick to my guns, and that's what I haven't been doing. So today I go with the guns. I'm firing on all 4 cylinders.
How good did Wheeler look yesterday? The guy, I think he had like two hits. Even.
Off the chain. Unhittable.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Unhittable.
Then he was hitting the baseball.
Yep. I think that was the backbreaker, was that he was the one that got the RBI. It's like we've seen it in a couple of these games. It's like, an error leads to, or a hit batsman kind of breaks the seal. How about in Minnesota, our Milwaukee game, 2 no-hitters going deep into the game, and it's like the announcers are like, this is the nightmare for the manager. This is a nightmare, because it's like you do not want to put your pitchers deep into games, early in the season. And it's like, I don't know, man. I honestly think that these pitchers today are so coddled that that's why they're injured all the time, and these pitch counts and all this other stuff. I'm telling you, when I was a kid, pitchers never got injured like this. Once in a while, a guy like Tommy John would get injured, but it's like, it was rare. And these guys would pitch. These guys would start 40-something games a year or more. And it's like they'd go on 4 days rest. There was 4-man rotations, not 5-man rotations, 4-man rotations. And the guys went deep into games. There wasn't all these different levels of relievers and all these other things. And the guys threw just as hard, Just as hard. It's because the reason why these guys have to do this is because the strike zone has shrunk so small. It's like a strike's not even a strike anymore, because they try to push fantasy baseball so hard for all those years, because the sport's really getting crushed. I can tell, one of the things, that you guys hate when I talk about is that, I own the websites, so I know what people are interested in. I can see from your behavior. You don't have to tell me. I can see, and I can see on the YouTube videos, that the Hawks Warriors game, is going to do 5 times the views of the Reds Cardinals. And it might even do 10 times the views of the Reds Cardinals. And the Pelicans versus, what are they even playing? The Pelicans Rockets video will do 4 times the traffic of the Yankees.
That's ridiculous.
It is the way of the world, and it's the same thing. And if you put the NHL next to that, it's even lower. It's like even half of the baseball. It's crazy, but it is what it is. baseball did this to themselves, you know. Baseball did this to themselves, and that's why it's like this. You know, when it's like now they've cut down the mound visits and the trips by the catcher to the mound, but they should have done that 10 years ago when it got out of hand, when the Cubs won the World Series and Wilson Contreras walked out to the mound after every single pitch, and the games went on 6.5 hours. When Joe Madden walked out to the mound, every other batter, you know, it seemed like, right, and change pitchers, and like, you know, has a hairstylist in the dugout, you know, so he can, you know, yuck it up for the camera. This sucks, man. It's like, and it's not just the pitcher taking forever to throw the pitch. How about the batters, man? Why are they constantly allowed to step out of the box and take their gloves off and put them back on and take them off again and put them back on? And then it's like, well, then he does the same thing. It's like, why are they taking, you know what? No more gloves. That's it, man. No more gloves. No more. There, it's problem solved. No more batting gloves. It's just a marketing thing. It's just one more thing to sell, just like golf gloves. You know? It's like if it's raining, I wear one. That's about it. I never wear a golf glove.
I do, because I get blisters on my hands.
That just means you're not holding the club correctly.
Yeah, I couldn't wear a golf glove. It just felt weird. It was like, this does no good. This does no good.
Speaking of baseball, got it's such a weird schedule, right? Too, to start the season. We got 12 games today. We got the Yankees and Domingo Germán on the mound. He's one of those guys that just wins a ton of games. Who was the guy the Yankees used to have, and then he pitched on? I know he pitched on the White Sox too. He's just he was one of those guys that, like, he could have a 4.50 ERA, still get like 17 wins. Germán's that guy for the Yankees, up against Zook for the Blue Jays. I don't know much about him. I didn't really look at this game too much. I didn't give out a premium or much. He's actually looks like he's got really, really good stuff. So we will see. First round draft pick, formerly 2016. Maybe he's the guy. Ian Anderson takes on Zach Eflin. You want to talk about you never know what you're going to get. Zach Eflin is that guy. The Braves, Phillies. Then you got the Reds against the Cardinals. Jeff Hoffman and Carlos Martinez. If you're in Cincinnati today and anywhere near Great American Ballpark, you might want to wear a batting helmet and bring a glove with you. We've got Tarek Skubal, who I like a lot, going for the Tigers, up against Aaron Savali, another guy I like a lot. So two good young pitchers in that one. Yeah, but, you know, young pitchers is the key word there. And then you got Garrett Richards, a guy, you know, Garrett Richards are we going to see against Bruce Zimmerman, who was Mr. Spring Training this year. Brian, any of these five?
I see a ton, but I'm going to whittle it down a little bit. I would never lay minus 170 with Garrett Richardson and the Orioles that looked pretty scrappy through the first two games. There's no reason not to take that plus money again against Boston. I also like the Cardinals to bounce back. Carlos Martinez usually overpriced and underperformed, but in that matchup, I like the Cardinals to get a revenge win from yesterday's loss. And the Tigers, how could you jump off that? I've hit the first two. I think you got a pitching advantage for the Tigers today, and I love how they're playing. So I'm going to go. I think they sweep the Indians out.
Rod?
And for me, I like Zook for the Jays. He's got a good chance to be a nice add to the roster here. Ground ball machine. He lots of double play balls, lots of ground balls in the infield.
Well, you know how you avoid the double play ball? You keep the guys off the base.
So I'm going to go with the Blue Jays today. Nice value there. I'm staying far away from the Braves game. They're dead to me for a little while. It killed me early.
Yeah, I was so stupid of me yesterday.
I'll take the under because the Braves, have they even scored a run?
They had one run. It was a Pablo Sandoval home run.
One run. I'll take under
no.
8 and 19.
It was 3-2 as the first game.
Was it 3? That was a 2-run home run by Sandoval.
Oh yeah, right. 2 run. Sorry, my bad. 2 runs. I'll take the under in that one.
I'll tell you what, you could have put the Yankees or any other big hitting team, even the Royals who were hitting the cover off the ball, against Zach Wheeler yesterday, and they wouldn't have scored a run either.
They wouldn't have scored either. No.
He was in the zone.
There's also a pitcher's umpire. They were calling balls a little bit outside.
Charlie Morton battled, but
he's a scrappy pitcher.
He didn't have a chance yesterday.
And their bullpen looked a lot better. It's only 2 games.
2 games. I've seen a lot of things happen.
2 games.
It's like his home opener.
Once Matt Moore gets on the mound for the Phillies, I think in Game 4, and I think he's going against DeGrom with the Mets. That's going to be a problem. So,
well, Eflin hasn't been Mr. Dependable over the years either.
I'm not going to speak on this game today.
Ian Anderson is an animal, man.
Wow,
he's not just a musician for Jethro Tull.
What have you seen from Ian Anderson that you like?
Well,
I've seen him in the playoffs play really
pretty
solid.
Much unhittable.
That was last.
Yeah.
Pretty much unhittable in the playoffs. This guy, the Braves have a thing with pitchers, right? That they're like, the Braves just traditionally groom pitchers. Certain organizations just work with pitchers really, really, really well. And other ones, they don't know what they're doing, right? With young talent, like the Yankees generally are not good with young pitchers. So the Yankees usually trade away their young pitchers, and then they bring in high-priced free agent pitchers later on in their careers, right? That's what they generally do. Once in a while, they strike gold, but it's rare. Most of the Yankees that come up through the farm system are position players. But organizations like the Cardinals and the Braves, they take those pitchers and they mold them into these freaking machines. And it's like, you give the Braves the number 3 overall draft choice and you give them a guy like this. You watch. This guy's going to be like one of those guys. It's going to be like the Smoltz, Maddox. They have him, Soraka. They have a good young pitching staff. Don't let 2 games fool you. The Atlanta Braves are going to win this division. I mean, they have the best shot of the World Series of the National League.
Mets.
The Mets haven't won a game this season yet, so it's tough
to
say.
I think they have a better pitching staff.
The Mets have a better pitching staff than the Atlanta Braves.
I think you got a top 3. There are 3 frontline starters.
Who do you have after? So after DeGrom, who do you have?
Oh, Christ! You're putting an old man up to
Marcus Stroman.
And then they got the. I was just looking at the damn roster the other day.
Marcus Stroman. I'll say it again. I'll put the Braves staff up against for the next 10 years. The Braves always have one of the best pitching staffs, even when they stink.
Well, we'll see.
When the Braves were bad, the few years that they were bad, which is rare because they always have great pitching, right? So they're usually one of the better teams. But when the Braves were bad, it's when the guy who pitched for the Tigers, Teheran, didn't pan out. And that was the problem there. But outside of that era, they've been lights out on the mound. Before it was Smoltz, they had with Glavine and that Greg Maddux guy. They had, it goes on and on and on. And these guys that they have now, Soraka, Anderson, these are the next, wave of those guys.
Fried. Don't forget Fried.
Oh, Max Fried. I don't think Max Fried is as good as these other guys, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think so.
So here's the New York Mets vaunted rotation.
Noah Syndergaard whenever he comes back.
It's Jacob deGrom, and then Carlos Carrasco, which you never know what you're going to get with this guy.
He's a stud.
Yeah, in Cleveland. How many games do they have in Cleveland this year? He's only good at home in Cleveland. Then Marcus Stroman, Taijuan Walker, who's another wild card guy, and then David Peterson is the top end of the staff. And then you go into that bullpen, Seth Lugo, and then it's Trevor May, Familia, Aaron Loop.
Oh, Familia.
Dylan
You forgot Noah Syndergaard.
Oh, God.
Familia.
Dylan Batonce.
You forgot Syndergaard. He'll be back.
Oh, there comes Familia. Quick, the other
Not
side.
Batonces. He's like 6'11". It's like, oh, he's going to be great because he's 6'11". It's like, you stink, man. You stink.
You forgot Syndergaard.
He's not in the rotation, man.
He'll be back.
Yeah, at some point. When?
The guy, I mean, you put up him and DeGrom against. And,
I don't even see him listed like, with the guys like that are, that are coming back anytime soon. And then you look at the Braves rotation, right? Max Fried, Morton, Soraka, Ian Anderson, and then Drew Smyly is the 5, who's, basically the generic 5 of baseball. You got to have Drew Smyly.
Gotta have Drew Smyly in there. Yeah.
Got to have Smyly. Will Smith is the closer, getting jiggy with it. Chris Martin, Mentor, Joseph, Dayton, Josh Tomlin. Got to have Josh Tomlin, man. Got it. Everyone needs an over once in a while. Josh Tomlin. Man. Josh Tomlin's long reliever.
Tomlin.
It's like, how far did that home run go? Josh Tomlin type pitch. All right, let's get to it, though. You guys gave your picks here, right?
Yep.
How about you, Rod? Did you give yours?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's me. I like the Reds against the Cardinals. Carlos Martinez is straight hot garbage. This guy used to be the number 1 pitcher in the rotation for the Cardinals. The only reason he gets this start here for the Cards is because they have too many injuries. Just like they moved Wainwright up yesterday, we saw how that worked out, right? So Miklos and Kim are both on the 10-day DL. So they would be the 2 and 3. Wainwright is actually the 4 who pitched yesterday, and then Martinez is the 5. Jeff Hoffman pitched in Colorado, so even in the second best hitters ballpark, Great American Ballpark, this is a walk in the park for him, man.
He's given up 15 runs in spring training, Jeff Hoffman. He's looked like hot garbage.
Yeah, he's terrible. He's terrible. He's a mess. This game is not going to be decided by these starting pitchers. This game is going to be 8-8 in the 3rd inning, And then you get into these bullpens, and it's all Reds. The Reds have the best bullpen, right?
I'll tell you, the total looks pretty sharp on the under, but now you guys talking about all these runs.
Well, look at all the runs in the series. Look at that; it's the second best hitters ballpark, and look at the ERA on these 2 arms. I mean, that's why it was suggested over, and it probably looks under because they bumped it up when they bumped the number, and then it's like
it opened at 9.5. It's at 9.5.
Your opening numbers are always wrong. I don't know why.
That's true.
I don't know why.
I don't like Jeff Hoffman. I think the Cardinals.
I don't like Jeff Hoffman either.
I think the Cardinals can get some revenge so they can get a win.
Well, they won the first game, so it wouldn't be all that much revenge. These teams hate each other's guts.
Yeah, they do hate each other.
How about Tarek Skubal for the Tigers? I like him. He's one of my.
Love him.
I like the Tigers' young staff. Tomorrow, I think, is Casey Mize, who's one of my favorite pitchers. He reminds me of Luke LaRouche from Bull Durham. He's just all over the place. It's like Casey Mize, get wild. It's like,
I should have been on the Tigers over win total for the year.
Casey Mize, it's like when he starts, it's like he gets like in that 60 pitch range, and it's like no one knows where the ball is going. But he's got a world of talent. And then the Red Sox against the Orioles, it's been a surprisingly low-scoring series. I think if you lose to Matt Harvey, it's time to re-examine the organization from the top to the bottom. We got Michael Pineda at a -110 price. This is a guy who's been a career -170 guy up against Adrian Hauser in Milwaukee. Got Brady Singer against Jordan Lyles. The Rangers look really bad. This could be, though, the Rangers. So the Rangers last year, you just have to keep this in mind, though, that the Rangers last year were really good at home and really bad on the road. So this could be just more of that, too, because the Royals aren't this good. Brady Singer, minus 175 against Jordan Lyles. Then you got the Cubs against the Pirates. I wore my special Cubs gear today, my Cubs jersey. And against the Pirates. Keller's good, man. Zach Davies, he's one of those guys who pitched well against the Cubs, so that's why they got him. But it's like most of those games were at home. Got the Dodgers against the Rockies. The Rockies traded some guy named Nolan Arenado for the pitcher today, Austin Gomber. So they have pretty high hopes. He comes out of that Cardinals organization that I was just talking about. Arias, of course, has been the guy with the world of potential for the Dodgers forever. But he's only like 25 years old, man. It seems like he's been in the league for 15 years. Any of those?
Yeah, I'm going to be on Goober of the Rockies.
Gomber.
I know Gomber. I'm going to say Cooper. And Urias is always overpriced for the Dodgers, and all the Filet-O-Fishes are lining up big time for that minus 196 hot diggity dog crap today. So I'll take the plus 190 in the Rockies. I really like Mitch Keller and the Pirates. Huge value here is tons of people also backing the Cubs here. I think this is a one-run game either way. You could take the plus 1.5, but I'm going to live dangerously today and go Pirates on the money line.
Rod?
And for me, I like the Texas and the Royals to go over the total. I think it opened at 9.5. It's up to 10 now. I'll still take the over 10. You're definitely going to bring your glove to that game. You're definitely going to see some runs in that one. And I like the Pirates and the Cubs to go under. I think we're going to have like a pitcher's duel on that one. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of runs. Give me the under in that one.
Those of you that are YouTube premium members, Ron Romanelli emailed me his pick, so I do have it for the premium show today, by the way. Not that it's anything to do with these games, but he did send me one. I don't know if he's going to be here for the afternoon or not. He was kind of wishy-washy about the whole thing, to be honest with you.
I think he's got to dress up in the bunny costume. So maybe that's it.
That's not a bad idea.
His family makes him dress up.
I like the Pirates today. The Cubs are just not my team. Say, not something I'm a fan of. I don't like what they stand for. Seen a lot of runs at Coors Field so far. We see some more runs there as well. I like the Royals, so I don't like that price. Texas looks defenseless. I also like the Brewers. Pineda. It's like they're baiting you to take the Twins here because Pineda, like throughout his career, has been a minus 170 guy everywhere he's been. It's weird to see him at minus 110. It's not like Adrian Hauser is the second coming of Koufax. Right? It's not like the Brewers have been hitting that crap out of the ball. I mean, Christian Yelich should be embarrassed with the way his appearances at the plate late in the game yesterday. It was like, I could do that. Got the Astros and the A's. Sean Manaea up against Urquidy. A's have been not off to the start that they were hoping for. Got the Padres up against the Diamondbacks. I was on the Diamondbacks yesterday, and they played their worst game of the series so far. Just really did nothing in that one. And then Sunday Night Baseball. The Chicago White Sox take on the Los Angeles Angels. Shohei Ohtani once again gets a shot on the mound. I'm going to guess this is last call for Ohtani. It's now or never on the mound. I think if he doesn't show anything here, it doesn't make any sense, to do it.
Is he allowed to bat?
He's too talented. I don't know. But I think like you mentioned, it's like not only does he walk, 8 out of 16 batters, he also loses bat from the lineup. I don't know if he bats. I don't. Usually he doesn't when he's pitched.
You know, I wonder if you were allowed to bat in the American League if the pitcher would be the DH also. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sure you can.
I'm sure you can. I don't think it's probably not against the rules.
There's been very few pitchers that
want to be the DH too.
I think his bat's better than his arm, but we'll see.
Anyways, any of these 3 games, Brian?
Yeah, I think you were one day off on your Arizona Diamondbacks play. I mean, I think Paddock's been pretty bad in the spring, and I think the Diamondbacks can be a scrappy squad at time, and you're getting 2-to-1 value here. I think today's the day that the Padres go down. And I'm going to jump on the Oakland A's again. I just don't see how they're going to be 0-4. I mean, the line's telling me that it's not the strongest of plays, but I think Sean Manaea pitches a good game, and the Oakland A's scrape out a W here.
I'm going to go the other way. I'll take Houston. I think they'll just sweep the A's. They just look much the better team. So I'll take Houston in that one. And the Diamondbacks look awful yesterday. I'll take the Padres. With the better bats, I'll trust them. Give me the Padres on the run line. And I'll take the White Sox over the Angels. I don't trust Ohtani. These numbers are awful. I don't know what's so great about him. Ooh, he had a fastball in the spring that was 102 miles an hour. Woo! Gotta watch out. It could go just as fast out of the park when they hit that thing.
I don't necessarily think that that's the problem, is that he doesn't even put it anywhere near the plate to even hit it out of the park.
There it goes.
I don't know. I would love to see him succeed, but I don't see it. Got I like Manaea there against the Astros. I don't think the A's get swept. The Astros are playing well. They look really good. The Astros look really good so far. Definitely a big surprise. Would Verlander come back this season? Or is he gone for the whole year? Because if they get him back in the second half of the season or something, these guys are going to win the World Series. Absolutely lights out. I don't know. We'll have to find that out. Anyways, we go to the NHL. How did we do yesterday?
I think you won your Mitchie Pucks pick, didn't you?
Mitchie Pucks. Oh, well, the Bruins. The Bruins won.
That Bruins, yeah. See?
There we go. Yeah, why not? And the Red Wings on the puck line were winners there for everybody, yep. Right? That was like Buffalo over the Rangers at plus 215.
Buffalo, see? They're starting to play some hockey.
Cashville, I think that was a Rod premium pick, right?
Yep, Cashville.
What are your premium picks today, Rod?
Join us. Jump aboard to YouTube, and we'll get some more winners for you there.
Just asking. Mo Lester says Brian secretly hates Rod's picks. I don't think he's so secretive about it.
I don't secretly. If Rod has a pick I hate, I tell him I hate it.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think there's
I don't keep it a secret.
I don't tell you if we don't like one another's picks, I don't think there's ever any secret to it.
Right? Justin Verlander hopes to pitch in 2021. There's your answer. He's hoping to pitch. So, yes, he could pop up in the second half.
Well, he still gets paid regardless. So.
We got an NHL six-pack. We got the Red Wings up against the Lightning. The Capitals taking on the Devils. We got the Panthers against the Blue Jackets. So it's a star. What's a star have to do with anything in Blue Jackets? Star.
The North Stars. They used to be the Minnesota North Stars. And
Columbus was?
Dallas.
Columbus?
Right.
No, Columbus. Columbus, it's a star wrapped by the Ohio State flag is the logo.
Oh.
Yep.
Right? What's a star have to do with anything? What is a blue jacket?
Maybe a blue
I know
jacket
what
is like a
I know what a
police
yellow
officer
jacket
with
is.
the
I
star.
mean, this
on
isn't
the
like
jacket.
calling people the red stockings, like or the red legs, like back in the day. I mean, this is
No, yeah, I don't know. I don't like having to decode something like that.
huh? I don't know. I just never understand half these logos. Let's just do those three. The afternoon set. Brian, any?
Yeah, I hate to do it, but I'm gonna take
Oh
Tampa
my
Bay
God!
minus 1.5. I think the public guys saw Detroit cash that 1.5 yesterday, so I think they're gonna jump onto the
I'm gonna have to mute you. I'm
Detroit
sorry.
Red Wings.
I can't listen.
So
to this.
I'm gonna take Tampa Bay and lay it on the puck line at minus 130. But the play I really like are the New Jersey Devils. I think they almost got that win and lost in overtime to the Capitals. I think they get it done today in regulation and beat Washington for the plus 160.
Wow.
I took Tampa Bay. I know it.
I'm floored.
I'm definitely going to go the other way. I'm going to take Detroit. The Lightning will have their backup McElhinney in goal for this one. 100% he'll be starting this game. He stinks. So the way that Detroit's been playing, they've been right there hanging right along. I'm going to take Detroit Red Wings on the money line, plus the 320. Thanks. I'll take Detroit. What a nice dog there. And I'm going to take the Blue Jackets over the Panthers. Another nice dog in the morning play. Panthers up, what is this, 4 games? 5 nights? 4 games?
Did they
6
play
nights?
last night, those two teams?
What, Panthers and
Blue Jackets, didn't they play yesterday, or am I wrong?
Yep.
So the Blue Jackets name
On the
comes
back-to-back.
comes because their support for the Union Army in the Civil War.
See, I told you it was something to do with the army or the police officers with the star on there.
No, it's the Army from the Civil War.
Oh.
If someone backed the other side of the Civil War, I mean, they would be crucified. I don't understand why you even. I mean, this thing happened a long time ago, and like we all agree with the outcome, right? So we're good. You file it away and you move forward, right? And you say, let's build on this, and that's what we need to work on, right? I mean, that's the mess that we live in, is that we haven't really effectively built on this, as a world. But I don't know why you got to lean back on it. I don't like that name. I'm anti-Blue Jacket now. I don't understand it. Why do you need to?
Well, nobody knows what that means anyway.
Where are we at? Stars, Hurricane, Calgary, Toronto, and Ducks against Arizona. Is that where we're at? Rod, you got any premium picks on any of those games?
Nope.
No? What are the premium picks that you have for hockey today?
You keep trying. I got one.
Brian?
I have not entered a hockey premium. I have one slot left. It's either going to be NHL or NBA. So I'm going to fill that out as soon as I get done.
Such a slot.
I got 4 plays. I need to get to 5. So I'm going to get the best one.
What do you like in these games?
Yep. Yesterday I had the Dallas Stars, and they got a nice win. But I'm gonna take the juice and go a little square and take the Carolina Hurricanes and lay the 165. I just think they'll bounce back, get a win against Dallas. I'm gonna go with my Calgary Flames at home. The line doesn't dictate a Calgary Flames play, but I think that it's too good value getting a good roster like Calgary that's played underperformed so far this season. I think they can get a win against Toronto at home.
So kind of what you're saying is it's too.
We'll see. The mayor of Calgary is laughing at me.
Too good to be true.
I'll take the Leafs in that one. They love coming to Alberta and getting wins. That's what they do. They love coming to play here in Alberta, and they're going to beat up on Calgary today.
Too good.
And I'm going to go opposite. I take Dallas because Dallas is on a 2-game winning streak, and they're looking good playing hockey again. They did make it to the Stanley Cup final last year. Sure, they started off with a rough year, and now they've got a nice 2-game winning streak going. Let's make it 3 as they beat Carolina again today. And I'll take the Desert Dogs. The Ducks stink. Give me the Coyotes. Arizona Coyotes over the Ducks today.
Doesn't look like a trap.
That one? Let's see.
Minus 130. In Anaheim, 5-12-2 at home. I don't know. Looks too obvious.
It's World's on the plus 1.5. I think it's going to be a 1-goal game. I'm going to take the Coyotes on the puck line. Almost 2-1 on your money.
I can't even find a Mitchie Pucks play. There's nothing there to work with.
Detroit plus 1.5 again.
That's your pick,
That's
right?
down.
That's not my pick.
I'm taking Detroit money line. They're going to win it outright. Outright.
I would say the play has got to be Toronto against Calgary. I think that's got to be the play. I don't love it, but it's what Mitchie Pucks does. He makes those tough decisions.
You're taking Toronto over the Calgary Flames?
Yeah, Calgary's just not that good, and Toronto's not a bad road team. It's going to be a 1-goal game either way. If you take Calgary, you could take the puck and a half, and it's probably a lock.
Yeah, that's like a too good to be true play, the Calgary on the puck line.
It is too good to be true. Maybe I should call it that.
0-4 on Sundays. 0-4.
I'm not worried about those trends. They don't.
Day of the week trends.
Minus 180.
I can't even tell you like most of the days. Like this week because they pushed the NCAA tournament to like Monday and Tuesday. I never knew what day of the week it was until like yesterday. I haven't been so busy. I haven't been able to play any golf or even leave the house. So it's like I've been out of the house in days. I'm like white as a sheet now. I used to have like.
So how'd you get sick?
My tan. From just running myself into the ground. I get up at 3:00 in the morning. I go to bed 8 at night. The only time I stop working is for dinner. And I eat dinner. I can start working again. So it's like you just run yourself into the ground eventually. Those videos don't happen by magic, and those thumbnails and the editing and all that other stuff doesn't happen by magic, man. And I don't have anyone to help me. So that's why I'm asking for help. That's what you do. Definitely love to hear from some of you guys.
I wonder if they have websites that you could go to when you want to hire somebody that has a background like that you're looking for. They probably have employment websites.
Oh, okay. What's your parlay for today, Rod?
Marine, we're going to go Celtics minus the points. The Warriors under 226.5. And the Nuggets lay the points.
Right.
I'm going to go with the Clippers laying the points against the Lakers. I think they crush Lakers. The Tigers on the money line and the Memphis Grizzlies plus the points over the 76ers.
Pittsburgh Pirates. I like the Cincinnati Reds and the Hornets. 3-team. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to try and act more professional tomorrow.